Royal Rumble season is upon us. Who is going to be which entrant? Well, join me here today as I'm going to try my hardest, and I'm probably gonna fail, let's be real, but I'm going to try to predict every single Royal Rumble entrant for the Women's Rumble. Yes, I will be making a separate video for the men, so today is just about the women. So before you ask, yes, I am going to do a men's one, but let's start with the women. So I had this idea to do this like little board here, and God, I really hope I put everybody that needed to be in here in this, but I went ahead and kind of put a board together of everybody that's on the roster, as well as some maybe additional predictions of who might enter the Women's Royal Rumble. And so today I'm going to try to predict all 30 spots. I'm gonna be wrong, so do not take my word for it. And I'm going to try to also predict who's going to have the most eliminations, who's going to be in there for the longest time, what potential feuds we might see them built from the Rumble. Again, some teases, who the final four will be, who the final two will be, as well as who the winner might be. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I have been debating with myself nonstop about the decision that I was going to go with in regards to who might win the Women's Royal Rumble, because truth be told, I don't feel like there is a clear-cut option or a clear-cut definitive winner. They can go in so many freaking directions, guys, and truthfully, I'm not even convinced with my own decision, but I'm just gonna rock with it and let's see what we get. And then of course in the comment section below, you guys let me know what you guys thought about my prediction. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start off with a bang, because I feel like the Royal Rumble needs to start off exciting. Usually the Women's Rumble goes first, then the men's. So people are going to be excited. You want to set a tone of like, oh shit, here we go. So I'm going to completely just like break the rules and make things what I think would be very, very exciting. So I'm going to go off on a limb and I'm going to say that the number one entrant into the Royal Rumble this year is going to be Becky Lynch. All right, screw it. Imagine you hear Becky Lynch's music hit at number one. Everyone's going to be like, oh, fuck, Becky Lynch at number one. What are we doing? What is gonna happen? Because she is a top name. Kicking things off of the return would be kind of batshit crazy. So I'm ready for it and I'm just going all out. Now, I want to go ahead and do the number two person, the person who won Royal Rumble last year, which is Bayley. And the reason why I'm going with Bayley at number two, she lasted over an hour and 3 minutes to win the Royal Rumble. So you've established that Bayley can last a really long time. So I want to put it out there from the very beginning. Hey, this is a former Royal Rumble, last year's Royal Rumble winner. She can last a long time. So I want that to be in the fans' heads of like, this is somebody that you don't write off. And can you imagine Becky and Bayley being the ones to kick off the Rumble? So for me, I feel like that would be the way that I would sort of go about it. I definitely feel like there are more than 30 names here, so this is going to be a little bit difficult, but let me see. So for entrant number 3, I feel like you still want to keep the excitement going. You want to keep things alive and fun, but also sort of, switch it up a little bit. For number 3, I'm going to go with Michin. I'm putting Michin at number 3 because I feel like that would be a very cool spot for her. She's been getting a lot more attention on SmackDown, so I think it'd be kind of fun to have Michin in there in the number 3 spot. All right, so moving on to number 4. To add a little bit of a threat in here, I would throw in a Shayna Baszler. So we'll put Shayna Baszler in there. A lot of these numbers here in the middle, it's a little bit obviously very, very hard to predict. You can really go in any freaking direction. I'm kind of just like picking and choosing as I see names that I feel might fit in nicely there. So yeah, I would keep number 4 at Shayna Baszler. Number 5, I would put in Piper Niven. I think she's somebody that's so fun and she's so good. So I definitely would throw her there early. So the first 5 people, like imagine just seeing these names already. It's a little bit of a mixture, right? Some big names, some names that are not yet as big, but are still interesting, I think. However, once we get into this next row here, I definitely want to throw in some more surprises and get people excited. One of the things I personally want to see in the Royal Rumble this year is some more women from NXT. I think think they've earned it. I think given the fact that they are one of the most talked about divisions in WWE, I think should earn them a lot more spots in the Rumble. We've seen Roxanne Perez in the past, Tiffany Stratton in the past. So I definitely want to continue that and throw in some more NXT women surprises. So I might give the NXT women a little extra love in today's video. So with that being said, I would do number 6, Lash Legend. I would put her first as the first person to come out from NXT because she's somebody that has been appearing on the main roster. So I feel like even though she's an NXT person, she's still somebody that has appeared on the main roster, which is why I would put her in that spot. All right, and now just to keep it going, number 7, I would put in there, oh my gosh, I'm getting worried because I'm like, I don't want to leave anybody out. Number 7, I would put in Lyra Valkyria, also somebody from NXT in the past, obviously, but now she's on the main roster. So I feel like her going in there and being able to mix it in with some of these women would be very, very cool to see. Moving on to number 8, I would probably throw in there Zoe Stark, another hard-hitting person. So you're going to get a lot of these women here that are just really good wrestlers. So I'm putting her at number 8. I think number 9 should be another like strong force. So I would throw in Raquel Rodriguez, who we know is besties with Liv Morgan. So Raquel Rodriguez at number 9 to put in a little bit of that, you know, that size, that threat to get that in there too. So I would have Raquel there. At number 10 I think is an exciting number. So I'm going to go ahead and go with a little bit maybe of a surprise. I would go with Bianca Belair because she is an incredible wrestler. I feel like she's somebody that can go, and I would love to see her in the Rumble for a very long time. So I want to keep her at a point where we can still get her for a good chunk of time. So I would put Bianca Belair at number 10. Number 11, I would throw in Kaden Carter. Number 12, I would go ahead and put in Natalia. For the 13th spot, I'm going to go with Io Sky. I will explain why later on here, but I would put Io Sky at number 13. Oh my gosh, we got number 14. So after Io Sky, that's a big one. I want to keep the momentum going. So number 14, I would put in Liv Morgan, of course, former champion. So you're definitely going to want to see her thrown in there trying to get a spot for herself as well. I think 14, I like to put a lot of people early so that we can get them a little bit more time. I want to see like all the very best people just come out and, you know, wrestle and have a good time and all of that. So I want to make it as fun as possibly can be. Oh my God, we're getting closer to like closing out on these spots. All right, number 15. Oh, so by the way, I'm thinking of taking Nia Jax out because I have a feeling she might get a rematch against Tiffany Stratton at the Royal Rumble. So I'm going to take Nia Jax out. I don't think she's going to be in the Rumble. So sorry, Nia, but I'm expecting her to wrestle in a singles match against Tiffany Stratton that night. So that's my assumption. All right, so number 15, let's go ahead and get in there with Naomi. Let's get her in there. Number 16, you know what? I'm going to go with Roxanne Perez. She's also somebody that has been in the Rumble before. I think she should be in the Rumble again. So I would put her in there as well. Number 17, let's go with Dakota Kai. We'll put Dakota Kai there. Again, these numbers are kind of just like all over the place. You can tell I did not plan. I'm kind of making this up as I go. Number 18. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know what to do. Let me think. You know what? Let's go with number 18 as a surprise. Fuck it. Let's put Jordan Grace at number 18. I don't know if she's going to be in the Rumble. She was in the Rumble last year. It was a massive surprise. I also want to see her early on in the Rumble. Not too early, of course. If she wanted to, great. But I'm going to say 18 for Jordan Grace. I do want to see her in there. Number 19, I would go ahead and throw in Zelina Vega. She's clearly, you know, you want to make sure she's in the Rumble as well. All right, so this next one's kind of a big giant question mark. I would love to see this person in the Rumble. However, again, this one, not so sure if it's going to happen, but I'm still going to throw this person in there. And now, mind you, this person was out since May of 2024. So I think by the time we get to, you know, February, it'll be like 9-ish months that this person has been gone. So maybe enough time to come back from an injury, maybe not. So this is just wishful thinking, but I'm going to throw in Asuka in here at number 20. I think would be massive if we were able to get her. And I think at this point, you want to just like keep the excitement going. I am expecting a lot of returns at this point. So I would hella love it if number 21 was Alexa Bliss. I know, right? I'm gonna throw in Alexa Bliss at number 21. I don't like when all of the surprises come like towards the tail end because I'm like, I want to see people in there for longer than 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm gonna put Alexa Bliss at number 21. Maybe that's too early. I don't know. Or you know what? Actually, hold the phone. No, I'm switching her. After Asuka, never mind. I'm gonna put Nikki Cross at 21. And then number 22, I would put Alexa Bliss to come out right afterwards. All right, we are getting closer and closer to the final few, so I really got to make some decisions here. Number 23, I would love to see some more NXT people, so I am going to go ahead and take it over to Stephanie Vaquer. I would love to see Stephanie Vaquer into the Royal Rumble. Alrighty, that gets me over to number 24. Shit, these spots are starting to fill up. I think we definitely got to get Alba Fire in here, so let's get Alba Fire at number 24. Number 25, I actually wanted to be another surprise. I think it should be the NXT Women's Champion, Julia. Fuck it. Why not, guys? Like, let's break the rules. Let's have some fun. What are the rules even? Let's throw in Julia. Fuck it. I'm doing it. Let's do it. Screw it. We're doing it. Let's have some fun in here. My fantasy here. Oh my gosh, but I feel so bad because now I'm leaving people out of my fantasy, and I definitely wanted to get some more of these people here. All right, so now we're down to the last 5 spots, which shit, it's not looking too good because there's a lot of people in here that I still need to be in the Rumble. I might have to change some things, but as of right now, number 26, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I would think it would be very, very cool if we were to get another NXT person and someone who I think would be so much fun to be in the NXT universe in this matchup here. I'm gonna go with Kalani Jordan. I'm putting Kalani Jordan in. She was the inaugural NXT North American Women's Champion. She's so acrobatic, so she would be so much fun in a match like this. You can give her like a really, really cool spot. Number 27. Oh my God, we're down to the very end and I've left so many people out. Shit. Number 27, I'm gonna put Chelsea Green, your United States champion. She could have probably gone way earlier, but we'll put her at 27. Number 28, 29, and 30. We're down to the very end. So number 28, I would actually do... Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Number 28, I would do Charlotte Flair. I'm expecting to see her come back, and you know she would come back around these numbers here. And then number 29, oh my God. I don't know what to do. I feel like I gotta switch some of these around. You know what? Let's switch some of these around here really quickly. What are those Situaroos gonna be? I don't know. You know what? Let's do something totally different. Let's move Liv Morgan from number 14 to number 29. And instead, in number 14, I'm gonna put Isla Dawn. And then number 30, I'm actually going to put Jade Cargill. Mind you, though, I still had so many people. I don't think these people should be left out, but there's only 30 spots. So I'm going to have to remove somebody in order to get any of these other people in, because I still have Ivy Nile, Kairi Sane, Katana Chance, Kiana James, Maxine Dupree, Sonya Deville, Shotzi, B-Fab, Blair Davenport, Candice LeRae, Electra Lopez. On the NXT side, some other wishful names that I was thinking about: Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Jakara Jackson, Lola Viso, Ruka Zarya, and Cora Jade. As much as I would like to see all of these people, I do think Jada Parker has a chance of being in the Rumble. I think she's gotten so much buzz that I can see her being in the Rumble. But in order to have Jada Parker in, I would have to take somebody out. So who would that person be that I would take out to put Jada Parker in? So let's make an executive decision. All right, I'm gonna take out Kaden Carter and I'm going to put Jada Parker in. I think that can happen. I think we can see a situation where we get a little bit more NXT people. All right, so that's where we're at. So unfortunately, some names would be taken out, especially if you put in some more NXT people. But that is kind of what I would sort of predict. It's so hard. I'm looking at this and I'm judging my own self. Like, why'd you put this person here? Why did you put that person? I'm judging myself, so you don't got to judge me for me. I'll judge me. But there you go. Those are some of the, I guess that's the order of entrance that I would go with. But now let's go ahead and pick, like I said, who would get the most eliminations, who would be in there for the longest time, potential feuds, teases, final 4, and final 2, as well as the winner. Let's start off with potential feuds and teases. Bianca and Naomi would probably be some that I would like to see, have a little moment there. I would like to see Jada Parker and Jordan Grace kind of have a moment there. I think that would be kind of cool. I would like to see, this is kind of random, but I would love to see Roxanne kind of have a little bit of a moment. Who would I have Roxanne have a moment with? That would be kind of cool. Of course, if Roxanne, if we were to see Julia or Stephanie in there, to kind of push some of those NXT feuds, I would definitely want to see something like that. But I would also like to see Roxanne, have a moment with Lyra, for example. Lyra, who they've had a past with. I would like to see Roxanne also maybe have a moment with somebody that's a little bit higher up on the roster. Who would that be? Because it'd be so fun to see so many of those interactions. But all right, so that's kind of where I'm at with her. I would like to see if Lash Legend were to be in there at the exact same time as Jade Cargill. I would love to see an interaction between those two. I would love to see Lash Legend with Raquel Rodriguez, for example. Like anybody who's a little bit bigger in size, I think would be fun to see that. I wonder if they would have like a funny moment with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. That could be like another one, of course, a little further apart on my board here, but in the actual Rumble, we can probably still see that. Let me see who else I would love to sort of get some funness with. Of course, Asuka and pretty much anybody here. I think that would be fun. Oh, I did want to see a Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss sort of a moment there. I think that would be kind of cool. I think it'd be kind of fun if we were to see something between Io and Kalani because they're both so like acrobatic. That could be something that could be very fun to see. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, I would love to see have them have a moment because I do think that, we did kind of start to see that for a second. And if Becky comes back, I would love for her to do something with Lyra, but whether as a tag team, as friends, as whatever, I just want to see something happen there. And then of course, Jade Cargill, if she comes back, she would probably address her attacker. Maybe not. So maybe I'm still predicting that's Naomi. So I'm expecting Naomi to kind of have a lot of little stories within the Rumble itself. Let's see. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Charlotte Flair, I'd love to see her and maybe Liv Morgan have a little thing happen there. Charlotte Flair and Julia kind of have a moment. I'm just like pairing things up, guys. Like those are just some of the random pairings and things that I would like to see. Of course, if I didn't think of something, you guys can pitch it over in the comments and let me know what you guys think of some of those little predictions there. But now let's get into who would have the most elimination in terms of somebody that I think the person that should come out with the most eliminations is someone that is gonna, be rising pretty soon. Out of all of these people here, the person that I would genuinely like to see with the most eliminations, if they are in the Rumble, is Jordynne Grace. I would vote her as the person with the most eliminations. All right, so now we got to get into the final 4. This is very difficult, guys, because this can go in so many freaking directions. Of course, I do think that the final 4 in this Rumble, oh, fuck, this is so hard. Clearly, I think Charlotte, Liv, and Jade should be there in the final 4. Oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. How sick would it be if Becky was still in the final 4, even though she came in as number 1? That would be sick. However, a person that we also need to have in the final 4 is Io Sky. So let me make some decisions here. But I also want to see Jordynne Grace, though. Who would eliminate Jordynne Grace? That's a question to ask. You know what? If anybody was going to eliminate Jordynne Grace, it would have to be Charlotte Flair. I think that would be kind of cool because if you're going to eliminate Jordynne Grace, you want somebody to eliminate her that comes with that, reputation. And it would be a kind of a very cool tease if Charlotte were to eliminate Jordynne Grace. I don't think anybody else would probably be eliminated Jordan, but that's where I'm at right now. Or Bianca Belair. Like Bianca Belair eliminating Jordynne Grace would be cool too. I would love it if Jordynne Grace won the Rumble, but I don't know if I'm going too crazy to say that. That would be kind of crazy. It'd be fucking cool, but certainly crazy. But very, very cool. I definitely think that in the final 4, we definitely need to have Io Sky. She's 1, so let's circle her name. I definitely think we should have Charlotte Flair because I'm expecting for her to make her return. There's no way that she would not be in the final 4. I would also put, I don't think you should disregard the year that Liv Morgan has had. So I would put Liv Morgan in the final 4, and I would also put Jade Cargill, especially if she were to come in at number 30. And the reason, by the way, that I put Jade Cargill at number 30 is because we don't really know what's going on with Jade Cargill. Like, when is she coming back? And I feel like her coming back should be in a prime, cool spot. So number 30 would probably be, for me, where I would put Jade Cargill. So I guess those are my final 4. Io, Charlotte, Liv, and Jade. Oh boy, we got some decisions to make here because we've seen Io and Rhea's matches be teased. A confrontation between Io and Rhea. Rhea is now your champion. We got Charlotte Flair here. who we've also been expecting for her to maybe go up against Tiffany Stratton, who is your current champion right now too. Liv Morgan is a former champion, so you want to make sure you don't disregard your former champion. And then Jade Cargill, we're also, expecting big things for her. So I'm going to go with the final two. This is very hard, but the final two, in my opinion, should be Charlotte Flair and Io Sky. I would put them in the final two because, again, I think for the most part, the fans would be expecting, okay, if Io wins, she's going to Rhea. If Charlotte Flair wins, she's going to Tiffany Stratton. Who do you have, Io or Charlotte Flair? I think Charlotte Flair has had so many accolades, and I would love to actually see Charlotte Flair maybe win the Elimination Chamber, and that's how she gets to Tiffany Stratton. So I am going to go with my 2025 Royal Rumble winner as the number 13th entrant. That's why I put her at 13, guys, because, Swifty over here. I just went with a lucky number. Io Sky as the Royal Rumble winner so that she can go up and challenge Rhea Ripley, and they'll have a hell of a match at WrestleMania. And also, the longest time, who I think should have the longest time in the Rumble, I think it would be really cool if it was Becky Lynch. If Becky Lynch made it to the very end of the Rumble, she lasted as long as she possibly could. I think Becky should get that. She could be in the final 5 or something. I think Becky should be there because just that way she can come back and remind people I'm the man, don't freaking forget about me. So definitely things that I would love to see is a direction for Becky where she would be going in the Rumble. Of course, another direction for Bayley where she's going to be going in the Rumble. I want to see Lash Legend get a bunch of teases. Maybe Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade all kind of have a thing. What happens there? I want to see NXT people come in and just make a presence. And I don't think the NXT Women's Champion, by the way, loses anything by getting eliminated in the Rumble, especially if she gets eliminated by someone of, importance. I don't see a problem in that whatsoever. Who knows? Maybe even Stephanie could eliminate Julia. And then next thing you know, you're like, ooh, what's that going to mean all over on the NXT side of things, right? You can have some fun with that. I definitely want to see stuff like that. I want to see more of the NXT women in there, which is unfortunately why I left some other people out. So I'm sorry if I've left your fave out, but decisions had to be made. Alrighty, guys. So there you go. Those are my women's Royal Rumble predictions. I'm going to be so freaking wrong. Watch. So freaking wrong. But whatever. Let me know what you guys thought of this video and what your predictions are and how excited you are for the Rumble and who you think might win the Rumble. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to close the board now, and I got to make the post-its now for the men and do the men's one. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys being here. Hope you guys had fun. See you on the next one. Bye.